Hey guys, this is Martha Hedgehog with my September wrap-up. I read a total of 8 books this month. Not as many as I liked, but 2 of them were extremely long, and September was about relaxing, so I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm happy with the books I got read, and most of them were really, really good. So we'll just jump straight into this, so it's not too long, and yeah. So the first book I read in September was Say What You Will by Cammie McGovern. I gave this book 2 out of 5 strawberries. It is a contemporary story, kind of like The Fault in Our Stars, only it doesn't have to do with cancer. But I would definitely recommend this to people who do like The Fault in Our Stars. The reason I didn't like this as much is because it was a really good book up until the end. There was a twist in the end that I just really did not care for, and it kind of ruined the entire book for me. If you want more details, you can go read my review when it's up. Actually, I should have mentioned that. I do have written reviews for all these books that I'm going to show you, but you're actually not going to get the links immediately because I'm not posting them until in October. So you're going to have to keep checking back for the links as October progresses. But there will be links. But anyway, yeah, so 2 out of 5 strawberries. It was really good, but that twist in the end just kind of ruined it for me. After that, I read Love by the Morning Star by Laura L. Sullivan, I think the author is. I got it from the library, so I don't have a copy with me, though I do intend on buying it. I gave that 4 out of 5 strawberries. It was hilarious. It was a world set during World War II. It is a comedy, romantic comedy. It's kind of dark comedy given the time period. And it's this case of mistaken identity. So you have Anna, who is a British girl whose father is a Nazi sympathizer, and she's from the common background, but she really wishes she was an aristocrat. Then in Germany you have Hannah, whose mother is related to a very rich English family and whose father is Jewish. And so Hannah is sent to live with her rich English relatives when the Germans start putting the Jews in the ghettos. And Anna is sent to the same house to be a kitchen maid to spy on them for her Nazi sympathizer father. Well, they end up switching roles accidentally. They get mistaken for the other, and chaos ensues, and then you throw in some romance, and it's just chaos everywhere, and it was hilarious. I loved the writing style, the characters were fun, and it was just really awesome. It was a great book. After that, I reread The Maze Runner by James Dashner, the first book in the Maze Runner series. I first read this October of last year, I think it was. My rating still stays the same, 4 out of 5 strawberries. I really love this book, and it was really fun rereading it because I had forgotten how much I loved it until I reread it, and now this definitely is one of my favorite books ever. Yeah, it's got its flaws, but it's entertaining. I love the characters, and it was just as creepy and spooky the second time through as it was reading it the first time, and to me that is the test of a good book. Is it as good the second time through as it was the first time? And it was. I love this book, and I'm probably going to finish rereading the entire series because I love it. Just one of my favorites. After that, I read All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This is an adult historical fiction novel set during World War II. I gave this 4 out of 5 strawberries. I really liked it. So it follows a blind French girl living in Paris, and a young German boy who kind of becomes a bit of a Nazi protege because he is a genius when it comes to fixing radios and just improving them and stuff. And during their stories, it follows 2 different narrations. The Nazis, when they invade France, are also looking for this famous diamond that is rumored to be cursed, and this diamond was kept in the museum that the French girl's father worked at, and now it's gone missing. And eventually the 2 storylines end up, of course, intertwining. The boy and the girl end up meeting, and it was just a great book. It was well written, it was an extremely fast read, and it was interesting and well researched and just beautiful and very sad in the end, but it was one of the stories that called for a sad ending. And I just really, really loved it. It was a wonderful book. Next, I read The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. This is a collection of 5 novellas that are prequels to the Throne of Glass book. So these tell the story of Selena and Sam and how Selena ended up in the salt mines at the beginning of the Throne of Glass. I gave this 3 out of 5 strawberries. I liked it. I still really do not like Selena. I don't think I ever will. But the majority of the novellas were really good. I loved the world building, and Arrow Ben Hamel made this book totally worth reading because, oh my gosh, I really hope he appears in later books because he's such a good villain. He is so good. So yeah, I really did enjoy this. There obviously were some novellas I liked better than others, but overall they were really good. It was a very good prequel type thing. After that, I read The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. I gave this 3 out of 5 strawberries. I still don't really know what I think about this book. It left me very disturbed and very disconcerted, and just, it was weird. It's beautifully written, hence the rating. I mean, I cannot give it anything below 3 strawberries simply because the writing style is beautiful. And the characters are very well developed, very well thought out. There's just not any likable ones. And quite honestly, the way this book left me feeling, again, disturbed, but also I kind of wanted to end, what was the point of it? What was the point of the story? There really seemed to be no point. But I wouldn't say I disliked it, because it was interesting, and it was weird. It was just, it's a weird book. I don't know who I'd recommend it to, because it's just strange. But 3 out of 5 strawberries. After that, I read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling, Book 2 in the Harry Potter series. I gave this 3 out of 5 strawberries. It was really fun, and I just really enjoyed the more world building and character development, and it was just really fun to read more about Hogwarts and their world and getting to know some of the characters and stuff. So yeah, 3 out of 5 strawberries. I had a lot of fun reading it. And then finally, I read The Minister's Daughter by Julie Hearn. I gave this book 3 out of 5 strawberries. It is historical fantasy, believe it or not. It takes place in, I believe, the 16th century in a village. Maybe it's the 17th century. No. Give me just a second. Let me look. There is a date in here somewhere. Okay, so it's the 17th century. My bad. It takes place during the 17th century in an English village, and it follows the granddaughter of the local cunning woman and the oldest daughter of the local Puritan minister. And when the minister's daughter starts showing symptoms of bedevilment and being infected by witch, obviously the cunning woman and her granddaughter are targeted. This book was really interesting. My main complaint is I wish there had been a whole lot more to it. It was just way too short. But the characters were really good, and the history was really interesting. And once I got used to the fantastical aspect, because there are actually fairies and pixies, they actually exist and stuff, and there's some kind of magic stuff. Once I got used to that, because I was not expecting that at all, I really liked it. And so it was just a lot of fun. So yeah, those are the piddly 8 books I read in September, but as you see, 2 of them were really long, especially All the Light We Cannot See. And let's see if I can hold them up, because I'm still determined to make a proper thumbnail. So those are all but one, obviously, because one of them was from the library. And obviously I intended on reading a lot more books, didn't get to all of them, but I will have added them to October, and in fact I will see you next with my October TBR, which is going to be very long. But I'll see you there. Bye.